Hello, one and all, and welcome to Let's Play Grab by the Ghoulies. I am the Max Few Trades. Now, there's a pretty decent good chance that you don't know what this game is. It's possible you may have never even heard of it. Because, much to my eternal sadness, I am ever slowly, but oh so surely, becoming much older. Which means things that I think of as general knowledge are starting to become trivia for people. And that's all around kind of disappointing to me. But do not worry, for I will use my old man knowledge to tell you all that you need to know about what makes this game so interesting, so special, and its incredibly unique history, all things considered. However, why should I tell you all of the good stuff, you know, on title screens and stuff? Why don't, instead of that, okay, we don't put an N in my name. My name is not Maxon. That is not how that is done. Oh boy. Okay. I guess you need to actually just go all the way over to the done. There, you know, let's just do that. There we go. Okay. I have a lot to talk about when it comes to this game, and actually not a whole ton of gameplay to talk over it. So we might as well just get started now. Let's do this. Let's see what this little purple what's-it guy is all about. I wish to play the game. The ooey gooey loading screens are going to be something you have to get used to. Over yon hill we find thine hero, and thine pack mule of a girlfriend. They are lost, and now they are in the rain. I'm sure we should have taken a right back there. Now we're lost and there's a storm coming. We need to find some shelter, and fast. Hey, how about this incredibly disturbing mansion? With the ominous music sting and everything. Surely, this will be a very good idea for both of us. How about in that old house? Yeah, okay, how about different plan? No. And that's not even the most disturbing thing about the place. Yeah, the main villain of this game is a twisted weirdo dressed up like an old-timey fighter pilot. So that's kind of strange. That's right, my pretties. Come on and say hello. I'm not evil. You can't prove anything. Now, I've got to say, this seems like a bad idea. No way. Let's carry on and try to make it to the next village. I'm willing to bet there might be less people trying to murder us there. Places like this are always full of creeps. Or worse. Ghoulies, you might say. Me? A creep? Baron von Ghoul? How dare he? Oh, now I'm all upset. I was gonna be all nice and hospitable until I somehow managed to hear someone say the word creep in relation to me very many yards away in the middle of a rainstorm. That's a little weird. Guess the mansion's not very well insulated. I do believe a lesson in manners is required here, which means I shall kidnap his girlfriend. Of course! Because, you know, she definitely deserves that. Also, I guess he just has attack goils. Oh, odds and butkins. Get your hands off her! No. Haha, my revenge is complete! 2 new additions to my collection, because apparently he collects people. That's disturbing. I must make arrangements to make sure they're most unwelcome. Because I am evil. Yeah, Rareware's never exactly been the most, you know, fastidious when it comes to their story writing. It's a loose plot, but you know what? They make up for it in gameplay. And that's really what matters the most. Hello? Don't just leave the door open, you're gonna let in a draft. Okay, see, that's what happens. Dude's using Acme Instagrow. Vines don't grow that fast. Oh. Oh, thank goodness, an old man. What's all this noise? I'm trying to get some sleep. And who turned the lights out? Oh, I have half a mind to flip this light switch into the off position. Oh, never mind, there's a bunch of demons in here. Ah, it's the Ghoulies! Leave me alone! You're on your own, kid! Okay, also this is mine, though. Well, it appears I'm left with no other alternative. It's time for this game's chief gameplay mechanic. It's basically a 3D beat-em-up! I suggest Sir uses the left thumbstick to move and hold the right thumbstick in the direction in which he wishes to attack. Murder those fools! The imp, they look a lot like evil Jinjos. Which means I guess that would make them the Minjos, but they're not that either. Ha! There's no better way to take care of evil little imp creatures than by football punting them across the damn country. Or you can elbow drop them. I mean, that's pretty cool too. Well done, sir. You certainly seem very capable of battling unarmed. In addition to your fists, you may use certain items of furniture and other objects as weapons. Basically, just pick up any old dang thing. Press the A button to pick up a weapon and move the right thumbstick in the direction you want to attack. Here, have a special reinforced chair. Which is basically the game's way of saying, here, have this tutorial weapon that won't break in the middle of you using it. Don't expect to get to keep this, despite how incredibly useful it would be. And thus the imps have returned, in greater numbers than ever before. Dearie me, Sir is locked in. This means you'll have to complete a challenge to escape. The gravestone icons means you have to defeat all the Ghoulies in the room. Oh yes, that's right, every last one. And I will do so once I pick up this. What's that rare, weighty tome Sir has just picked up? Why, I do believe it's a bonus book. Keep your eyes peeled for more, as from here on, every visit to a room will have one, even rooms you've been to before. Collecting them could earn Sir something interesting. Yeah, optional challenge modes. No, thank you, but I'll still collect any of the ones I see on my way there. So yeah, don't expect furniture in this game to be this durable. This is a very special chair that we immediately lose access to. It's really quite depressing. I'm gonna miss this chair. It served me well these past few seconds. Splendid, sir! You did it. You may now leave through this door and begin the search for your friend. Crivens is my name, and I'm the lowly butler here at Ghoulhaven Hall. May I have the pleasure of making Sir's acquaintance? The name's Cooper. Pleased to meet you, sir. I shall pop up from time to time, should you need any help. Let me remove that chair for now. I mean, an indestructible weapon in a game where where there's only destructible weapons? I mean, why would you want to carry that around with you? Anyway, you can press B to throw stuff. Or let go of stuff. Let me also give you this map. It'll show you where you is, so you know. That's pretty good. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Crivens. Alright, now, while I'm off exploring just a wee bit, let me lay down some foundational knowledge for y'all. Alright, so as you may have guessed when I said it earlier, this game is made by Rareware. Now, you might remember them, or maybe not, I don't know. As a company that made tons and tons of gloriously wonderful games for the Nintendo 64 and the Super Nintendo too. They're the original creators of the Donkey Kong Country series. They created Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Perfect Dark, you know, GoldenEye. they made so many really good games. Jet Force Gemini, that's an underrated gem if I'm being perfectly honest with you. And for many years, they made games for Nintendo without ever actually technically being a first-party developer for Nintendo. Probably due to the fact that they were based in Britain and not Japan, which probably made things a little more, you know, less likely to have that happen. So, once upon a midnight dreary, Microsoft decided, hey, we want Rare. And Nintendo was all like, yeah, okay, sure, have it. And Rare was like, what? And wouldn't you know it, now Rare is owned by Microsoft to this very day, and all of their games are on Microsoft consoles. And there was a noticeable dip in quality in their content after that. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. The thing about this game in particular is that it was originally designed to be on the GameCube. Now, obviously, it is no longer that. That is no longer the case. It was then pushed over onto the Xbox so that they wouldn't have to, you know, abandon this game entirely. Now, the thing about this game is if you ask somebody on the internet, you're going to get one of two different answers. You're going to get, oh, Grabbed by the Ghoulies. That's an underrated classic of a game. I really enjoyed it too. All the way to the opposite of their responses of, oh my god, that was the single worst, most awful video game I've ever played in the entirety of my life. Dear Lord, someone just stabbed me in the eyes. I just can't deal with this anymore. And I'm not even joking, you'll never find a middle ground. It's really quite odd. So, as this game has been, you know, ruthlessly and quite honestly, unfairly mocked by everyone from the public to the, you know, the general audiences of the internet, to Rare themselves, they've literally gone on record saying how much they hate this game. I don't know why. I guess, I feel like due to the extremes at which they make fun of it, it must just be a recurring joke for them at this point, because it's not a bad game at all. Sure, it's not perfect. It's not your AAA all-time classic, but anybody who thinks all video games are supposed to be that are just downright silly. Sometimes games just need to be some good old times. Now, welcome to the Hall of Heads. Sometimes they come to life and try to murder you with spooky nonsense. Gadzooks! Sir has suffered a super scary shock and successfully overcome it. Had you not pushed those buttons in the right order at the, in time, you would have had a heart attack and died. So I would suggest not doing that. Now, I hope it doesn't happen again. It's gonna happen again. Also, hey, check it out. Monstrous versions of Banjo and Kazooie are on the wall. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and... Oogie Boogie Boogie! Well, it's supposed to be an Oogie Boogie Boogie. There it is! That's some kind of fish man. Man-fish dingo. I don't even know what that one's supposed to be. What is that thing? Just some kind of eldritch horror, I guess. I mean, the gorilla, the plants, the banjo, and the kazooie, I get those, but I don't know what that's supposed to be. Whoop, there's bats. Watch out for those. Why must you all be so spooky? Boom, bang, 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 boom. I have to get used to Xbox controls. I have never actually played an Xbox classic game on this channel before. That one looks a lot like Ridley. Most peculiar. And oh, hey, another grand tomb. Hi, Kazooie. Are you going to spook me? No. Fun fact, it actually is random which one of those things are going to spring to life and get you. So, it can actually throw you off guard sometimes. Fun fact, in the last official Banjo-Kazooie game, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, there's a level where if you go up to any of the trash cans, you'll find them piled to the brim with copies of Grabbed by the Ghoulies. That is how much Rare decided that they did not care for this game. So far, I feel like you might say, okay, doesn't look that great, but surely not that bad, and I would agree with you! Either way, I'm here to have some fun, and maybe convince some people to give this game a shot, because I actually do consider it to be a bit of an underrated classic. The door ahead is open, sir. Not all doors will trap you inside a room. It seems sir may walk straight through this one. And so I shall! Did I mention you could also change the camera? Alright, don't mind me, Mr. Skelemans. I'm just going to... Okay, nope, never mind. Now, these Skelemen, they've got old-timey boxing styles. Oh no, I broke the only weapon I wanted! Great. Ow! Okay, well, first of all, rude. Second of all, tang! Boom! And that's how you do that, son. Bammo! And that's how you take care of business. Thank you and good night, sir. You know what? Out of spite, tang! Ooh, fancy, fancy. I think this is only a throwable, though. That's because it was! I definitely know what I'm doing. Meanwhile, on the other side of this door... Hello? Hello, is anybody over here? Aha! Yon girlfriend! hidden in spooky, spooky fireplace. Murph, ruff, ruff, help me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Don't worry, I'm here to save the day, oh yes. You and your hubris! Now our life got turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, because we're about to get into a fist fight with a bunch of imps again. Oh, cripes. I think the cinema is on the other side of that wall, as most buildings are known to have. Sir can reach it by going back through the billiards room, I believe. Backtracking already! But yeah, that's basically what this game is. You go into a room, there's various challenges that need to be done, do the challenge. Sir appears locked in again, which means it's challenge time once more. The key icon means you gotta find the key to escape this hellscape. And so I shall! Boom shakalaka! Bam! Freaking shin biters. Okay, I'll just take this. Now, you might be wondering, where would the key even be? The answer is simple. It's buried somewhere underneath all of this nonsense. So you just kind of gotta smashy all the stuff you can find until eventually, ow, get out of here. Until eventually a key flies out. Get out of here, you. Also, I think I might have found another book without even realizing it. Okay, apparently a skeleton was taking residence inside that. More than a little strange, but okay. You live your life, I'll live mine. Boom! It's an Xbox box. They really didn't think that name through, and now they're just kind of stuck with it. Mamo! Good day, sir! Some sort of children's nook. I don't even know, man. But it's, quite frankly, very disturbing. I don't care for it. I can only knock over the top block, so why can't I kick the entire block tower? What's the point of including a block tower in anything if you can't just knock the whole dang thing over in one fell kathwoomp? It's the whole dang point, man. Alright. Now, Baron von Ghoul is no simple crazy person with a pilot's cap. Oh no! He apparently has some sort of weird arcane powers, in addition to, I guess, having various bootleg universal monsters living in his house that I can only assume do his bidding. If they attack him as well, then I gotta say this would be a pretty terrible place to live. Think you're doing well, eh? Let's see how you cope with having your maximum energy interfered with. Oh yes, that's right. I can just do that. In fact, I do believe I shall tinker with your ticker in every room from now on. I'm so dastardly! Ha ha! What you gonna do about it? Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do about it. I'm gonna grab this here book. Sir has collected 5 bonus books, which means a bonus challenge has been unlocked. Sir may access it from the bonus challenge page. Remember, every time Sir collects 5 bonus books, a bonus challenge is unlocked. So, you know, try to get all of those. I will make no firm attempt to do so, but I will grab any of the ones that I know of. There we go, a pole cule. A pole cule? What's that even mean? It's a cue. It's a pole cue of which to bludgeon evil specters. Here we go again. I guess this place has like a P, you know, like a what? A PA system. There we go. Haha, I remembered. A ghoulie head icon with a number next to it means you have to defeat that number of that ghoulie to escape. And so I shall. Cue ball, corner pocket. Had to say it at least once. Doing! And shablambo. Bring it on, Skeleton! Yeah, take that, Crypt Keeper. Egads! It's us. Okay. That's right. Everybody get close to me. Wata! And that's how you do that. Gotta make use of your surroundings. You gotta become the macho man. Hoo-yeah! Luckily, all of this stuff seems to fix itself every time you leave a room, which is interesting. And now we are free to leave.
Oh, yeah.
Although there are some still, you know, a couple skeletons running around. Although it's all too apparent to me that these fellows can't actually really die. They just keep coming back no matter what, so in some instances you don't get much a choice. Is that some kind of delicious soup? Give me that soup! The coast is clear, sir. We'll find the cinema just along this corridor and through the first door on the left. Why must you lower my health to random amounts? What's this? Seems Ma Soup Wills, our cook, has left the super soups lying around for guests to sample. Sorry, I'm going senile. They have come in many interesting flavors. Why doesn't Sir give one a try? Who knows what kind of effect it will have? More often than not, it just, heals you. But there are other ones, too. Avoid the phone! Oh, never mind. The phone is super duper spooky. And now, we are incredibly alarmed. Crivens! Sir has suffered a bit of a scare. If it happens again, try to avoid the effect before it gets you. Sir will take twice as much damage if hit when scared. Just like in real life. The more terrified of something you are, the more deadly it is in practice. These particular skeletons actually don't seem to be doing much, but, they are accompanied by spooky, spooky spiders! Don't think I didn't see that weird Sonic the Hedgehog Omen attack style nonsense right there. Think I'm about to just let you get away with that? I don't think so. Ooh, can I pick this up? Indeed I can. Who is this spooky man that's be dwelling within? I don't care for it, no sir. Whoa, spiders! What do you gotta say about that? Now, if you'll join me over on this side of the room, you'll notice a weird ghoulie rave party. With a, frankly concerning amount of pelvic thrusts, if I'm being honest with you. Despite the fact that I could very clearly fit through these bars, it appears I'm going to have to leave them to their spooky party. I'd say it was a monster mash, but I'm not going to say it is. Every time I make a reference to something, I keep feeling like, does anybody who watches me even understand that reference? Or am I really getting old? 'Cause I'm not, man. I'm 26. That's nothing. Oh, hey, a random kidnapped lady. But you're not the random kidnapped lady I'm trying to save. What's she doing here? She's one of the many poor young souls the parent has kidnapped and taken prisoner. Only he has the key to set them free. Well, you see, I find that interesting because it looks like she's tied up in film reel. And I'm just throwing this out here. I mean, I'm no expert on these sort of things, but I don't think you need a key to get rid of this. I'm pretty sure film reel isn't exactly the most sturdy of materials. Even if she is so incredibly weak that she can't free herself, I feel like, a pair of scissors would work. Okay. I don't see why you're doing that, good sirs. You're just lowering the resale value of your own damn home. So stop trying to destroy your own stuff. It ain't cool. Nobody appreciates that kind of stuff. I see pink hair in one of the panels below us, which means we're about to find Lady Friend. Perhaps one day we'll get to actually know her name. Please, will you quit goofing around and get me off this chair? I don't know, that's pretty spooky. Okay, don't panic. Try to hop away from that fireplace. Man, this freaking mansion sucks. Oh no, she must have fallen into the archives. Because that's also something we have in this house. There's a set of stairs Sir can use in the back of the gaming room, which is on the other side of that suspicious-looking fireplace. Now that we can actually use it as a means of travel, I'll run ahead and open the basement door for you. Thank you, Crivens. Or Crivens. See, that's a problem with a lack of voice acting. Who even knows, man? Let's see here. We've got upturned couches. Ooh, a film reel. Nerd! I'd make like some kind of an award-themed joke, but I am not clever enough. Whoa! All right, haunted televisions. They can make stuff. Also, they're constantly covered in electricity, so it's definitely within your best interests to try and find ways to attack them without actually making physical contact with them. Okay, yep, see, that's exactly what I was talking about. I did that as a proof of concept, not because I'm stupid and wasn't paying attention to my own rules and advice. Out of the way, Spider-Man. Ah! Jerk! Freaking spiders, man. Okay, I think the TV's dead. The TV is dead. Good, good, good. Now give me that soup. And spinneroonie. I mean, I guess if I had an unlimited supply of money, I would also probably spend some of it making a crazy Scooby-Doo-esque sliding fireplace or bookcase-based thing. I mean, why not, you know? And then the furniture came to life. So, you know, that's mildly problematic. Crikey! Haunted chairs! A ghoulie icon on its own means Sir only needs to defeat ghoulies of this one breed. In this case, the haunted chairs. Okay, well, first things first, I need to consume this super soup. It gives me speed and strength unparalleled. Except, not really. It doesn't give me any sort of a strength boost. It just makes me punch and kick things faster. Which is fine by me. There we go. Take that, tacky furniture. Oh, wait, some of these chairs aren't actually, some of these chairs aren't alive. Also, I haven't been collecting any of those books. And to the best of my knowledge, it's impossible to actually go back to get them, because every time you're inside a room, it's designed to only be in there when the game wants you to be. So that's unfortunate. But I do remember this one. There we go. Have anybody in the audience ever delivered an axe handle to a, to an evil chair? Is that something anybody has ever done? Okay, see, now that's just a bunch of skeletons, and I ain't got time for that. I'm just gonna take some of this here super soup. I'm gonna be on my way. You guys have a lovely evening. And alrighty. The basement! That door was deceptive in the sense that it didn't really feel like I went down much in the way of stairs. Anyway, we have very, very little health. Keep in mind, it's completely random how much health you're gonna have in any given room. It's not predetermined. It really does just use a random number generator. If I had to guess, that's probably one of the things people didn't like about the game. It just kind of arbitrarily decides, you don't get to have health in this level. And sometimes you'll get a lot of health in a level that you don't need it. And it happens sometimes. Alright, first you take the broom. Then, you take this super soup that makes you have a super weapon. As long as you are wielding this super weapon, as long as the soup is active, you can thwack as many things as you want with it, and it won't break. So that's fun. Now, don't mind me, I'm just taking a look-see around for a, ow, my shin! For a book. Fine. So be it. Out of the way, various ghouls and goblins and ghosts. Why do the spiders make adorable little noises? I don't appreciate it. I don't know why I punched that. Because it made me feel good, I guess. I swear though, the noises those little dudes make, I swear to goodness. Yay! Okay, I was not expecting that to explode. Was that part of the super weapon thing, or was that box just full of explosives? Because I could see either being possible. Not today! Yes, spooky, spooky spider. What's here? Sometimes you just gotta make funny noises when you do stuff. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aha! Some kind of spooky, secret passageway to something secret and wonderful. The answer is no. It's just a slightly different way to the way that we just came. I do not know why they programmed it here, other than to trick you into thinking you found something when you didn't. It's very cruel and unusual, and I don't know why they did it, but I'll just take that book. Thank you very much. I'll also take that soup. And I guess I'll take this broom, too. Oh, no, it's some kind of mummy! Why do you have a mummy in your house? Blimey, a mummy! Be careful how you battle this dehydrated fellow, sir. I have a tip for you. Did you know that if you get knocked dizzy, you might be able to snap out of it sooner if you got in a spin? Don't you pelvic thrust at me like that. You're making me uncomfortable. Unfortunately, it seems conventional... Whoa! weaponry don't work too much here. You can punch and wail on the creature as much as you want, but nothing is going to happen. Your attacks don't seem to be able to harm it. So take this special candle. It's special in the sense that it's a candle. Set fire to the mummy. The mummy returns. Scorpion King. I'm sure there were some other ones. Anyway, now we get to have this nifty cool candle thingy. It helps you kill mummies. But, you know, it does have a fuel source and you need to wait for it to recharge, which I'm just going to throw out there really isn't something that candles are typically known to have, but, you know, video games, I suppose. I don't know why Cooper is so spooked about things. Have you seen the elbow drops we've delivered onto skeletons and haunted chairs at this point? I feel like he should probably realize he can handle most things. Also, there's another kidnapped person. Now, we're not even going to attempt to help. There we go. Shut up, mummy! You think I give a dip? I don't give nothing. But now there's a bunch more mummies that need a fighting. And that's fine by me. I'm good for that. I can fight some mummies. I can fight the mummy! You know, I'm sure I brought it up before in another game that has a mummy in it, because for whatever reason, that is a fairly common thing to have show up in video games, even though really there aren't that many mummies in existence. They didn't mummify that many people. Mostly reserved for, you know, pharaohs and perceived royalty and the like. So I've never really understood why they're so prevalent in media, but anyway, I digress. There's really no difference between a mummy and just a zombie, you know? And the same thing kind of goes for skeletons. They're all just reanimated corpses. They all basically serve the exact same purpose, and yet, for whatever reason, they all seem to do different things. The skeleton is just kind of boring. The zombie is actually going to try and eat you, and the mummy has crazy Egyptian magic, I guess? I'm not really sure how else to say it. I'm not entirely sure where the mysticism that was associated with mummies and pharaohs and the like came from. But apparently they're able to curse people. Who'd have thunk it? Hi, I'm old. Greetings again, sir. Good to see you've made it safely this far. You seem to have toasted all of the mummies, so you'll no longer be needing that candle. I mean, being able to set fire to all of your enemies would probably be handy, but at the same time... Well, we don't want to make things too easy, now do we? But I have far better news than that. I have found Miss Amber, which, by the way, is her name, apparently. Nobody ever told you that, so that's kind of weird. You might think that this old man, you know, considering he works for the person that is clearly crazy and responsible for kidnapping people, that he would also be evil, or failing that, at least complicit in crimes. But no, he's actually on the level. If sir will forgive me, I've also taken the liberty of freeing her from her bonds. Lord knows I could never do it. Yay! At last! No thanks to you. I've been freed by that smelly old butler guy. Sigh. I suppose you'll be wanting a hug now. I always want a hug! That's a legitimate hug right there. Sorry, I kinda got held up on the way. But at least you're okay. Come on, let's go home. I think there's a soccer game on TV tonight. This game is British. Are you kidding? That's it. Tie me to the chair again. Egads! It's some sort of spooky man. Not so fast! You won't want to show yourself in public when I'm finished with you. You might be wondering, why am I randomly attacking you? No particular reason, I'm just a jerk! Behold! You are now a gross ogre thing. That's disturbing! I don't know where Crivens went. Oh dear, oh my, this is terrible. That was dastardly Dr. Crackpot. He appears to have transformed Miss Amber into a hideous version of her former self. And with the graphics, it's not like she was a, you know, a prime specimen to begin with. Let me think. Cook may be able to mix a cure for Miss Amber's affliction. I'll tell her to expect you. Sir will find Cook in the kitchen, which is upstairs beyond this cellar. Hurry now. Also, I guess she lost like a large portion of her intelligence, because she just kind of mindlessly chases you around and harms you if you get too close. So, try to avoid her. I don't know. I don't entirely understand why that is. Anyway, also over there you'll notice some skeletons who are very interested in getting crunk, apparently. Don't mind me, I'm just going to take these, grab that, and yeah, you can collect bottles and you can yuck them. Because that's how you do sometimes. Also, if you ever try to take a weapon with you through a door, it just explodes. So. Now that soup you just saw to the right, that's a very special soup. Luckily, in this particular level, it's not going to be a problem for me to just take it now. But you're going to want to you're definitely going to want to, for the most part, hold off on using these until you need them. Because they let you kill anything, and I do mean anything, in a single hit for as long as the power-up is active. This is handy-dandy in situations where there are a lot of really, really high HP'd enemies running around. Right now, we're still dealing with things like imps and spiders, and those can get taken out in 2 blows, so really, you're only saving the most bare minimum of time when you're actually trying to fight them with that stuff, but you know. There will come times when enemies will swarm you in very large numbers with lots of health, and you'll have regretted taking that before you should have. Let's see. Whoop! It's an evil door! You might think, how does the door attack you? Well, it uses its doorknob. Like a spring-loaded boxing glove. Okay, so apparently that's just not going to be an option. Alright, good day, sir, good day. I'm just going to take a quick look for a weapon of some sort, if you don't mind. Get out of here, stupid! Okay. Really? What are a bunch of skeletons doing in there, anyway? Alright, partial regrets. Fine. Yeah, see, this is kind of what I meant when it came to the whole, you know, save the one-hit kill move thingies for later. There we go, now I'm punching the door. Gives me time to fight off the skeletons. Okay, so I guess that's something it can casually do. Good to know, good to know. And bottoms up, you! Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Because you're a door. And what do doors know about anything? Nothing. Because they're a door. Take that. It's called a barroom blitz, son. I sure showed him the door. There we go. I have faced the most mighty of foes this day. The door. Surely nothing will get more complicated or devious than that. He says, knowing that the game has only just begun.